Today we head to the long-troubled Central African Republic, where tensions are rife 3 months after rebel alliance Seleka ended François Bozizé's decade of rule in a coup. According to the new president, Michel Djotodia, a rebel leader, all is back to normal. But in reality, Seleka is struggling with dissent in its ranks, and there's still widespread violence. Looting, settling of scores, kidnappings and rape are an all-too-common burden for the people. This special report by Farouk Atig and Boris Heger.
Sunday Mass in Bangui. Worshippers at this church are in fine spirits. These Christians who have been living in fear since the March 24th coup find comfort in prayer. It's 7 o'clock in the morning and the church is already full. The Archbishop explains how he believes the government was involved in the pillaging of houses in his community.
Ministers driving around in cars, they should hand them back. That's what we want from this government. It's a government, not a banana republic. The generals that have seized those vehicles should give them back.
A few kilometers away, the atmosphere is more subdued. After an upsurge in the number of atrocities attributed to the Seleka rebels, local imams have come together to call for calm. A number of government ministers are also there. The imams have staked a lot on this meeting. They do little to hide their disappointment that the ministers' speeches are so short.
There wasn't enough dialogue to make the military aware and to make them behave more ethically. There was little discussion of ethics.
Upon leaving the meeting, we encounter a group of child soldiers. Many of them come from the bush and took part in the coup in Bangui in late March. No one seems unnerved by that presence, yet it remains a sensitive subject. 70-year-old Kumarian joined the rebels 2 years ago. He tells us off-camera that he has already killed 7 people. When we ask him for more details, a man tells him to stop speaking. We are in the 4th district, a bustling and lively neighborhood. We are accompanied by a former colonel who is preparing to seize a vehicle stolen by a rebel. The owner of the house says she was forced to keep the pickup truck by a man named Commander Usman. It's impossible to say whether she's telling the truth.
Oh man, with the Seleka, what can anyone say to them? They came to take my husband at gunpoint. You know the situation these people find themselves in at the moment.
Commander Usman turns up at the house stinking of alcohol. When we ask him for his version of events, this is his answer.
We're all pillagers. We're rebels. We were rebels, but now we're loyalists. You've no right to ask that question. I'm telling you that this stops now. You've no right.
The neighbors tell us discreetly about Usman. They say he has blood on his hands.
He said if anyone went near that car, he'd kill all the people living in the neighborhood.
Less than an hour later, Usman leaves, even taking a few notes of cash from the vehicle owner to cover the cost of guarding it. Back at FOMAC headquarters, a woman has come to seek help from the African mission. Her children have been seized by the rebels.
My husband is Italian. He went shopping this morning. I was also out, and the neighbors called me to tell me that Seleka came and kidnapped my 2 children. They took my 2 children hostage. They said that if my husband does not come out, they will take the children.
At a local hospital, we meet the head of the maternity ward, who works 6 days a week. His enthusiasm for the job remains unshaken, but he is overwhelmed by the increasing number of rape cases.
These are, for most cases, women who went to buy goods at Cebu when Seleka rebels were still in the area. There was also a pregnant woman whom they attacked. Psychologically, the woman is completely broken.
There were around 2,000 child soldiers before the coup, There are now more than 4,000. Outside the offices of UNICEF, former recruits come to try their luck. Elage explains that they can be looked after, but under certain conditions. Inside, teens find other comrades who will, one after the other, be interviewed by a psychologist. Those who lie about their age are turned away. The risk of being re-enlisted is, for them, the most likely option.